Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Sunday, December the 8th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out and give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome, the great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, let's take a look at this one here first. Drink purified water 2. So we could find purified water randomly throughout the wasteland. I know some people in their camps will offer purified water for free from their vintage water coolers or their water purifiers. Some people will even sell it in their vendors for maybe like a cap or two, okay? But to get it free, I know it's totally random. I tried making a video on it some time ago, and it just failed because every single server I went on, it was so totally different. I just like, yeah, this isn't even worth making a video. But your best bet is just to have a vintage water cooler available to you. Now, if you take a look at this particular season 19 season pass we have going on here, of course, we talked about this just the other day when we went over the rewards right here on page 7. For everyone, we do have this enclave water cooler for 50 tickets. So this is very similar to the vintage water cooler that we can get from opening up the festive gifts from the festive scorch, which are coming up here in another week or two. So just an FYI, I assume it'll be in the same exact slot, but we'll find out more once when I unlock that, of course. But it just gives you an idea that hopefully everyone will be able to get their own nice little vintage water cooler. And of course, these vintage water coolers look just like this. And I know many of you, when we had the festive scorch this past July, many of you had successfully got this vintage water cooler. Now, if you see it for sale in someone's shop, it's definitely worth it to pick up. Now that enclave one is available in the season 19, they might not be able to sell them for as expensive as they have been, but just an FYI. So definitely you can just grab your water because they will passively collect 2 purified water while you play the game. Then all you do is just go to your inventory here and then go under food and drink and then drink her up. Just like that. Nice. Now, if you don't have the vintage water coolers, they do have the purifier. So if you open up your build menu here, you go down to the water section. Now we have these bad boys here. Now you learn these very early on in the game just by following the Overseer's mission. And when I started my low-level character several months ago, this what I had found that we had learned these plans very early on in game. Now, they do require a lot of requirements to build, resources to build. They do require a lot of power to get going. And again, they will collect passively 2 purified water while you play the game. But this is all you have. It's all you have. Okay. And I had these for the longest time until I was able to get my hands on this little bad boy here. All right. So just an FYI. All right. What's next here? Craft ammo at a workbench 50. Good stuff. So again, it's not real specific. It can be ballistic ammo, can be energy ammo, whatever have you. And of course, we have to do it right at the old Tinker's Workbench. Let's go ahead here. Just go right to the front door. Close the door to keep out the old riffraff there. We'll go craft here. Now, of course, again, it's not real specific like it has been lately. So your ballistic ammo will be up here in the ammo section. All right. And then your energy ammo will, of course, be down here in the energy ammo section. It's up to you, whatever you want to craft. We're just going to craft some ballistic stuff. I do need some 45 rounds. So 45 rounds, 12 of them, 3 gunpowder, 4 lead, 10 steel. All right. So there's a perk card that will help us out here when we are crafting ammunition on ourselves here. It'll be under agility. And that perk card is called Ammo Smith. Now, you don't have to have a level 2 at your max, but even if you have a level 1, definitely apply it. The level 2 one here produces 80% more rounds when you're crafting ammunition. So go ahead and put that bad boy on. And of course, anytime we are crafting anything here in the game under luck, we do have the super duper perk card. And again, if you don't have a level 3, you have a level 1 or level 2, apply it. It's only going to help you. This level 3 here, when you craft anything, there's a 30% chance you'll get double results. So go ahead and put that bad boy on there. There we go. Let's take a look at our Tinker's Workbench again here, and we'll go craft. Now, this will count for both ballistic and energy ammo. So we'll go back to our 45. So instead of 12 rounds, it's 21 rounds. And it's the same requirements, 3 gunpowder, 4 lead, 10 steel. And again, it's the same requirements. And that's what Ammo Smith does. All right, let's go ahead. We'll craft 2 of them here. Good stuff, boys. I actually got 66 out of that one. And if you hear that crash lightning sound, that is the super duper kicking in. So when you are crafting ammunition, I just like to kind of show folks just a little bit extra tips once in a while of what you can do to give you a little bit more bang for your buck. You know what I mean? Right, and just don't forget to put your perk cards back, because I know myself, I always have a hard time with that myself. All right. What is next here? What is next, Jimmy? Let's take a look here. Like the Teapot too. I do have a couple of videos out there showing you some great spots for teapots here in the game. There's usually about 3 of them right down here at the giant teapot. Usually there's a teapot or 2 in around the Blue Ridge bunkhouse and Settler's Ridge. Okay, pretty good spots there. But probably one of the best spots, hands down, for teapots, it's up here at the Palace of the Winding Path. We can find at least, and I would say at least 10 of them up here, okay? There's a couple in the kitchen, there's one in the little sitting area, and there's 2 of them kind of in around with some Scorched Star. And I'm telling you, you can check out that video if you so wish, but it's a very popular video. And again, if you ever go to these spots that I show you where the teapots are not there, it's not that they don't spawn there anymore, just that someone got there before you, like if you're on a public server with other people. So that's something you always got to keep in mind, okay? And there's maybe 2 of them right down here at the Appalachian Antiques, right? We're going to pop over to the giant teapot here today. We're going to stay to the forest here. Pop over here. All right. So again, as funny as it is, we're only going to find 3 of them here. There will be a couple insects around. Now, sometimes there's also ghouls here, so just keep an eye out for that. Ow. Yeah, lock and load, Jimmy boy. Oh, gold watch, short chip. Alright, so the teapot that's right here, it's this style. So there's 2 different styles of teapots. There's these ones here that look like little houses, okay? Let's go ahead and take that bad boy. Nice, there's only 1 in here. I thought there used to be more than the 3 for some reason in this general location, but unfortunately all there is 3 now. So there's only 1 in that giant teapot. We're going to head down here. And then here is the old style one. This is the ones you'll find in most places in around the wasteland. Okay, this guy right here. Go ahead and grab him. There we go. Collect the teapot 2 for 2. And of course, there's a 3rd one right there. Nice. We also have a nice little teddy bear under there if you're ever looking for a teddy bear. And there's usually a shotgun spawn right here. Nice. Awesome. Yeah. Right on. What's next here? What is next? Sell glowing fungus soup to an NPC vendor 1. Alright, so a couple things here. Glowing fungus soup is a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up glowing fungus, okay? And, you know, once when you do that, your character will always know that recipe. It's not a recipe you have to go find or buy. You automatically learn by picking up glowing fungus. And of course, an NPC vendor is any robot vendor on the map. Alright, we'll go through that very shortly. So glowing fungus is we can find around most waterways and around the wasteland. We can find like little patches or 2. Probably one of the best patches is right here between the Wayward and the Flatwood area. Pretty good spot. Usually all along like these little areas, right? One of the best spots for glowing fungus is actually right here in Nuke World on tour, believe it or not, which is a free fast travel once when you discover it. Yeah, it's called the Tunnel of Love. Now you don't have to wait for that event to be going on. You can just walk right inside. And of course, there's tons of glowing fungus ready for your picking in there. Right, so that is a really good spot. Right, see now we're in the forest here. We're just gonna pop over to the Wayward. Let's pop up here. Make it there at some point. And of course, in around the mire and around the cranberry bog regions, you know, there's usually glowing fungus and brain fungus around. Usually caves and caverns will have glowing fungus in around. The rusty pick, which is also a free fast travel. Rusty pick will have some glowing fungus in around there as well. Of course, that's right down here. Right. So let's head out back here. Just a little patch of glowing fungus here. So I was here just the other day, so I picked up this little patch here. So I was like, we talk about resetting our game all the time. When you reset your game, you're picking up 250 items. Again, it's not just items that you pick up, like junk items, but it's also crops, stuff like this, right? Sometimes that happens as well. Now, there's usually a cooldown, but I have been sticking to the same public server for the past little while now, so these still have yet to grow back. It's quite funny, actually. And there's our glowing fungus there. So there is a perk card when you are harvesting flora that will help you out under perception. It's called Green Thumb. Read twice as much with harvesting flora. So instead of one, you pick up two. Okay. Now, where this card really shines is if you are on public servers with people, and everywhere you go, it definitely has happened to me many times years ago that all these places be cleaned right out because we're all going after the same stuff. And so this is where the perk card really shines. So all you need is a couple little crops, and then you'll be able to pick up two instead of one. Now, I have it equipped like myself because I do daily, weekly challenge. That's my main thing. But you don't have to have it equipped like me. You can just have it down here in your back pocket and you have something else filling in if you so wish. All right, so let's go ahead and pick up our glowing fungus, and then of course, as soon as you do that, your character will automatically learn glowing fungus soup. Okay, so let's pop down here to good old Flatwoods. We'll just run down instead of running down the road, we'll just do a quick free fast travel here. 1 or 2 caps. There we go. I think I said free fast travel, didn't I? Yeah, I think I just spit that out by mistake. It's not a free fast travel, of course. Alright, so we're going to go right down here on the other side of the tavern. We do have the cooking stations down here. Alright, let's go ahead. You can go to any cooking station, go to your own camp, another player's camp, whatever you want to do. We're just going to head down to this one here today. So we're going to go all food. There's our glowing fungus soup. We automatically learn by picking up the glowing fungus. Let's go ahead and craft that bad boy. There we go. And that is the most important part. If you try to sell the glowing fungus as is, it's not going to work. You have to craft it at the cooking station, okay? You know how many times I've gotten comments over the past, people saying that it wasn't working, but that is the most important part. I would just tell people, okay? And we're just not doing that. What else are we doing? We're selling it to an NPC vendor. So again, any robot vendor at any train station will do, okay? And again, any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall. So this north entrance, if you go inside, will bring you right down to the mall. Now you can use this regular entrance, which just brings you to the front door, but you can go down to the mall this way, but it's just a second loading screen, basically. Right here, right where we're at, we have in Flatwoods, we do have the White Church. There's also an NPC vendor in that. We also have good old Duchess just up the road of the Wayward. She's also considered an NPC vendor. And of course, our camps get visited by traveling merchants all the time, and they're considered NPC vendors as well. Let's go ahead and pop into this guy here.
Hi there.
Welcome,
Go ahead and trade.
friend.
Sell our glowing fungus soup to this guy. There we go, sell glowing fungus soup to an NPC vendor, 1 for 1, done, just like that, easy. Alright. What is next? Eat a plant-based meal 10. Okay, good stuff. So again, we have to not only pick up flora or crops that we can craft into a meal, but we also have to eat it, okay? And even if you're a carnivore, this daily will count towards it, okay? And it's vice versa. Again, if it asks for a meat-based meal and you're a herbivore, it will still count. Even though it doesn't benefit you, it'll still count as a daily challenge. That's all it is, okay? So again, just like how we picked up that glowing fungus there, as soon as you harvest a crop like corn or razor grain, tato plant, you'll automatically learn a simple recipe as soon as you pick up that plant, okay? And your character will always know that recipe. I know someone had mentioned about, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, they said they can't find corn soup. And I mentioned in the comments that, you know, as soon as you pick up corn, your character will automatically learn corn soup. You just go under the recipe at the cooking station, okay? The same thing for razor grain soup. As soon as you pick up razor grain, etc., etc., okay? So let's go ahead, take a look for some plants here. Of course, we have good old Airhold Homestead. We have Cobbleton Farm, nice little pet. Now there's a bunch of ghouls up there, so just an FYI. Right down here, Silva Homestead, all kinds of corn here on the hill. All kinds of razor grain down here by Billings Homestead. Right around the corner from Big Al's Tattoo Parlor, we do have that little red barn under the overpass. Nice little patch there. Right over here by the General Steakhouse, just out back. Pretty good spot there. Usually there's a bunch of unmarked farms right along this little highway here, this little road, right? So just an FYI. So there's all kinds of options there. But even if you have crops in your own camp, you can definitely do it that way as well, right? So let's usually go down here to Silva Homestead and all that jazz. So let's pop over to the Big Al's Tattoo Parlor here today in Morgantown. We'll go around that corner. I like to kind of switch it up a little bit instead of going to the same places every single day and not just talk about it, but go there. All right, so that's when you're here. We're going to head a little bit to the west here. There's going to be some ghouls right here on the corner. Let's go ahead and lock and load there, Jimmy boy. You only get 4 in there. Yeah, it's not very nice, was it? Anyone else? Oh, good. He's down there. He's kind of debating. He's like, no. Yeah, he's ready to run the other way. See him there? There's a little red barn down there. And there's a little patch. Now, this little patch of land isn't the most organized in the world, but you'll see some corn and razor grain around. And again, the perk card under perception. Green thumb will help you out here. We've twice as much been harvesting flora. Okay. How many of these do we need here? 10. All right. So as you can see, we're picking up 2 instead of 1, 2, 4. All right, good stuff. And of course, we do have razor grain patches. And as you see, it's not very well maintained as well as maybe some of the other places, but they're a little hard to spot out. All right, this the razor grain, I find, kind of mixes in with the long grass that's around this area, but it's a good little helping. You just got to look around for it, okay? And again, as soon as you pick up that corn and razor grain, you're going to learn those simple recipes, and your character will always have those recipes, all right? Let's head back to our camp here, our Christmas camp. All right. And again, we have to cook these into a meal. Go to our cooking station here. All right, let's go all food. All right, so there is our corn soup. Now let's go ahead and craft 5 of these bad boys. Actually, we'll have to craft more than that, don't we? Oh, really? Oh, we didn't have enough. Okay. Because we don't have enough boiled water. All right, so if you're looking for boiled water, of course, 2 dirtied water equals 1 boiled water. What you can do is if you have a sink, you have a fountain, you can always collect, okay? You can always collect there, and then you can collect your dirty water that way. And again, 2 dirty water equals 1 boiled water, or if you have a fountain, like a junkyard fountain, that also works. If you're near a river or a stream, okay? Even if you have this water boiler, this bad boy here, you will passively collect 20 boiled water, but I realize not everyone's going to have that bad boy as a resource to them. Right, let's go back to our cooking stove here. Finish this one up. There we go. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I am a carnivore, which I usually do. Right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to our items section. We're going to eat our corn soup. And again, you have to cook it. Right, just like that. Eat a plant-based meal, 10 for 10, done. Just like that, sweet. I wonder why it looks like that in here, so crazy. Huh! Alright, what's next? Let's go ahead, cripple a human's head too. So again, a human can either be a cultist, can be a blood eagle, can be a Communist, okay, whatever you want to do, whatever one you're closest to. So right here in the forest region, as a real squishy guys here, we have the this type of icon here, which indicates the Blood Eagles. They have the crosshair. This type of icon here, which indicates cultists, Clancy Manor, okay? And of course, as we all know, good old Point Pleasant down here is full of cultists down here, okay? But doesn't have that same kind of icon. We have Hunter's Ridge, Twin Pine Cabins. We have the Oregon Cave, and there's only one cave. These are just 3 different entrances to it, so just an FYI. Of course, we have good old Blood Eagle Alley, which starts down here at the Sludge Works, and as you can see, just works your way up this little highway here, and makes your way up through the mountains here, excuse me. Excuse me, get the old bronchitis settled in there really good, so tried my best not to cough in your guys' ear. Right down here in the hard areas, of course, we got the old Johnson's Acre. We have good old Lucky Hole Mine. We have Crimson Prospect over here. Now, if you're looking after the communists, they're right down here in Camp Liberty. Now, we did discover a week or 2 ago, and someone had told us about a month and a half ago that some of these humans, quote unquote, are actually ghouls as well, but they're dressed up as, you know, the cultists, Blood Eagles, and communists. And I didn't realize it until about a week and a half ago when we saw it for ourselves, just briefly in that video, Daily Weekly Challenge video. But it still counted. It still counted when we were going after those Blood Eagles, I think it was. I think we were right down here, Roland's Labor Camp. And they were still counting. Even though they looked like ghouls, they were still counting as the Blood Eagles because it said Blood Eagle in the name. So just an FYI, just in case you guys are wondering, alright? But it can be any human at all, alright? So let's pop over here to good old Twin Pine Cabins. There's usually about 4 or 5 of these Blood Eagles around. Let's shut this light off so they can't mark our location. So what are we doing here? We're crippling their heads. Okay, so you can go ahead and frame it if you so wish. You know, we all like the old headshots. Definitely nothing wrong with that. You can also use VATS if you choose to use VATS like myself. There's a perk card that'll help you out under perception. If we get there, it is called Concentrated Files. Allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. Okay, and we will need 2 Blood Eagles for this. The drill works good with power armor on, or if you're a tanky build because you're getting up close and personal. The bow and arrow, plasma caster, plasma rifle, most ballistic weapons. This shotgun with the Enforcer perk card under agility, it is pretty awesome as well for crippling. Now, I tried using the shotgun before without the Enforcer perk card, and I couldn't cripple anything to save my life. Right, there we go. That's a good throw. Holding that missile launcher like that. They inside that building? Oh, right there. There they are. Nice. Alright, just like that. Alright, I think we got one left here. Kill floater 3, so there's many great spots we can find floaters in around the wasteland very reliably. Of course, we have good old Darling Sisters Lab. There's 3 of them up here, and as far as floaters go, these 3 here will probably be the easiest for you. There's a couple in around Grafton. There's 6 up here, Willard's Corporate Housing. Excuse me, right here at the Big Maw. Usually there's 6 of them here. There's 3 up top, and there's 3 down below. That big giant hole. Now these guys are a little bit high level. I know for me it's usually like 75 to 100, so just an FY. Maybe the odd legendary there as well, so that's a pretty good spot if you choose to go that way. There's a pretty good chance we'll find them down here at Big B's Rest Stop. 3 of them. There's usually 3 right down here at the Red Rocket Filling Station. So that should give you guys many great locations for floaters. And actually there's usually maybe 1 or 2 here and around Newgat. Now there's more than that at New Gap, but I find the ones that are at the far end, like in like the little flat, kind of barren looking area, they're usually kind of frozen for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I find that there's at least 2 that are kind of active. All right, let's pop up here to good old Darling Sister's Lab, keep her to the forest. All right. Okay, when you are going after these floaters, just hit them as hard as you can right in the old head here. Sure we're locked and loaded, of course. Just like that. Nice reliable spot. And again, as far as floaters go, these guys are pretty squishy. Alright, what's next here? And I think we're done. We are, just like that. Awesome. Alright, let's head back to our camp and go over weapon of the day. Alright, so I was asked yesterday's comments, the skin that I had for this double barrel shotgun. Okay, so this double barrel shotgun is called the Cold Shoulder. We got it quite some time ago, right off the scoreboard, and it does come up for sale once in a while in the Atomic shop. Okay, so someone had really liked the skin of it. Okay, but it's not only the skin Cold Shoulder, but it's what the gun is called, the Cold Shoulder. Okay. We do have a couple weapons like that in the game. It's like a legendary weapon, just without, like, it has legendary effects, but doesn't have the stars on it, you know what I mean? Alright, let's take a look at this here. Tactical Cold Shoulder, 4 times ammo capacity, plus 50% damage to cryptids, gradual freezing that reduces target movement speed by up to 85% for 4 seconds, okay? And as you can see, the mod's hardened receiver, aligned long barrel, aligned stock, reflex sight dot, and also break, and of course the Cold Shoulder paint. Okay, so it's not only called the Cold Shoulder, but it's also the paint that it is. Okay, now there is a different paint for this. If we take a look at that real quick. Now this came during the same scoreboard. Excuse me, the same scoreboard. And it was this one here, the cold-blooded paint. Instead of Cold Shoulder, it's cold-blooded, and it actually drips blood when you're walking around. It looks pretty cool, actually. Yeah, and of course we can get other types of. But these are just like, you know, all this is just a double-barrel shotgun. That's all this. That's all this really is. But this Cold Shoulder is just like a legendary kind of weapon, right? And this cold-blooded is just a different paint for the Cold Shoulder, quote-unquote, if that makes any sense to you guys, all right? Of course, 20 times 8 damage, 20 times 8 cryo damage, shotgun shells, what this bad boy takes. Of course, it being a shotgun. Under strength, we have Master Shotgunner, Expert Shotgunner, all maxed out. We have a good old sturdy frame. We have Scatter Shot, Skeet Shooter, Concentrated Fire. We have some random endurance perk cards here. Tenderizer. Under Agility, we have Enforcer, of course, which I just see there for crippling a limb. White Knight, Adrenaline. There's some random luck cards here. Jeepers, the old coughs and spree here. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. They all stay the same. And they're all maxed out. They treat me quite well. Yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, G3K, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ghost Primus, Chainsaw9099, thank you all so very much. And I hope you all have a nice day.